Today we will discuss about case study from Asia Global Competitions about the Serenity company tip in Indonesia. In the middle of 2025, Serenity facing some problem due to increasing demand, such as three main problem. The first is reverse logistics. There are in the case study state that shortage of empty glass bottle for Arunica. Our reverse logistics system is returning bottle fast enough, and some retailers delay or neglect their returns altogether. And the second problem is in distribution problem. Senja variants are trending online, but an influencer marketing is working, but our system isn't responsive enough to match the demand surge in e-commerce. So that's why the demand is increased, but the supply doesn't match with the demand. And the last problem is supply chain and lead time. In the case study, declare that we must improve our fulfillment speed and reduce complexity. Serenity should solve these three main problems to maintain their sales figures and customer. The company should focus to simplify them, centralize, and balance what we call Siseba. The first method is simplify. Simplify is based on annual sales. We can conclude that Senja needs simplified variants, use Pareto law, and also solve return glass bottle with universal bottle system. And RGB only targeted on traditional market and to maintain bottle supply and downstream to factory. And we will cut off the modern retail to simplify the process. And the second potential method is centralized. Now Serenity applied 5 types of distribution channel in Serenity. Serenity should shorten and integrate between one and each other. Distribution center as a center supply chain drop point to regulate demand in downstream. And the last method is balance. Lead time in operation should shorten to fulfill the demand in market, which is omnichannel as one of solution to maintain product arrive to customer without excess time. And cross logistic between modern retail drop point is used. The first problem in the case study is compare the bottle Arunica and Senja in terms of challenge in managing their supply chain process. Status quo in Serenity is the conditions Senja demand is increased and e-commerce product is sourced from marketing department. And what is the challenge? The challenge is how to fulfill the market demand and control the supply for e-commerce. From the operation department, the condition is production delays because of returning glass bottle, and also lead time doesn't match with market demand. The challenge is how to simplify to increase the production and also shorten lead time to reduce complexity process. From downstream customer, we analyze that the condition is forward buying due to price increase and demand spike in promotional date or influencer campaign and celebration events. And the challenge is how to regulate the downstream distribution system and maintain stocks and ensures the reverse logistics such as RGB process. For efficiency is achievable when the product is diversification is simplified. Proper solution is targeted in easy market for RGB or return glass bottle. In the product overview, we can see that there are two products, Arunica for Jasmine tea and Senja for Fruity tea. The packaging is a return glass bottle in size 200 ml and Senja Fruity tea using RGB 235 ml. In case Arunica and Senja use different return glass bottle, distributions and operation scheme will be more complicated. So we can imagine that the supply of return glass bottle in the market is also higher. And the operation and distribution impact, the first problem is high risk in bottle management, such as damage and etc. The second problem is high cost distribution process, such as third party logistics. And then the third problem is production delays due to packaging management, because the difference battle between Arunica and Senja. The last problem is surging in reverse logistics, such as downstream neglect return RGB. What is proper solution that we offer? The first solution is for efficiency. Modern retail only supplied away product to simplify the process of RGB to return glass bottle in the factory. And the second solution is universal bottle applied for Arunica and Senja, such as different label and cap, and universal bottle can use for Arunica and also Senja in the factory. When the one of bottle is searched, Arunica can use the Senja return glass bottle and vice versa. The last proposed solution is reverse bottle system regulations. What is reverse? What's the regulations? We can offer the incentive and also the bonus for the downstream process and the downstream customer. When they can return the glass bottle without damage and complete, they will get an incentive, and also we will provide visit scheduling. In visit scheduling, we will maintain how to maintain the RGB and then ensure the RGB in downstream will be back to factory.
Okay, so questions number 2. Should the Serenity reduce number of Senja variants to streamline operation? So we are provided with annual sales data of various flavor product of Serenity. There are 9 different product with 3 different sales channel: retail, e-commerce, and direct selling. Okay, to address these questions, we perform Pareto principle to determine which of the product has huge impact on the total sales of the product. So the Pareto law in context of production, Pareto suggests that the majority of the sales is accommodated only by few products, and the proportion of the product may vary depending on the case, but usually we take 80 to 20 scale, and then we apply Pareto principle. We see that 80% of sales is covered with only 6 variants: apple, guava, blackcurrant, strawberry, lemon, and extra. We strongly suggest that reduce number of variants in order to improve efficiency by reducing delay time between the production of each variants. So we eliminate the variants of fusion, orange, and bliss. Therefore, focusing in top-selling variants is also help to overcome unpredictable market surging by provide the buffer product. So after we eliminate, we assume that the capacity calculation based on the production of each variant proportional to annual sales. Furthermore, the allocation of additional product is evenly distributed, and then we deliver it into each of the variants evenly, and then we expect to increase the production by 30%, and as well as streamlining the operation and reducing delay time.
Okay, the third question, discuss the strategy in managing the temporary demand increase. So we need to define a path to achieve goals amid temporary demand surge. So we try to define there are two conditions. There are two situations. First, the condition and the goals. For the condition itself, there are temporary demand increase, and then they are moved by the price adjustment, e-commerce stock limited, and then retail stock tends to be more than e-commerce. And then the goals that we need to achieve, like supply and demand, are well balanced, and then there is no loss due to temporary demand increase. So there are gap between the condition and then goals. So what's the gap? The gap is how to reach goals from the temporary demand increase condition. So we try to find the way, like build a resilient supply chain to manage temporary demand shift. So first we try to identify from the problem identification. From the causes of temporary demand increase, there are two options: high demand and then insufficient supply. After that, high demand is moved by price adjustment, flash sales, and then influencer promotions. And then for the insufficient supply, there are unexpected demand spike. And then the output is the problem statement, how to tackle temporary demand increase. And then the solution is improve supply chain system. What is it about the improved supply chain system? There are two options, like from overcome, it's by cross supply from retail, and then prevention from buffer stock products, and then real-time inventory. To overcome, we try to simplify supply chain flows and enable across retail supply to drive efficiency. Simplified supply chain flow can combine many delivery channels with one distribution center to direct selling, retail, and e-commerce. So from the factory, we are going to sales, and then from the distribution center, we'll give things to direct selling, traditional retail, and then modern retail. And then for the e-commerce, the stock will going to the fulfillment center, and then after that going to the e-commerce. After that, going to end customers. And then for the direct selling and traditional retail, it's a predictable phase. And then for the modern retail and e-commerce, it's unpredictable phase. And then distribution center can be placed as a cross supply chain platform. So what does that mean? For the scenario one, e-commerce understock and then retail overstock, the distribution center checks the available stock from retailers not yet booked or available for cross supply, and then has not yet been shipped to retailers. And then second, it is sent to the e-commerce fulfillment center, and then from the fulfillment center, it is sent to the end customer. And then for the scenario two, which is retail understock, e-commerce, or direct selling overstock, the first distribution center checks the available stock from e-commerce or direct selling, not yet booked or available for cross supply, and has not yet been shipped to fulfillment center to end customer. And then second, it is sent to the retail, and then last, from the retail, it is sent to the end customers. For prevention, segmented stock and buffer estimation of several parameters so that this case doesn't happen again. For the segmented stock, retail and e-commerce have different characters. For the retail, it's a predictable and efficient, so the special safety stock is smaller than e-commerce. And then for the e-commerce, it's focusing on growth. They have a character to speed and flexibility. And then special safety stock is larger than the retail. And then the benchmark is routine stock plus 250% is benchmark from Nutrifood. So the buffer estimation is to ensure that demand can be met if there are unexpected fluctuation in either demand or supply. So there are formula reorder point. And then another consideration, it can be depends on the demand variability, target service level, storage cost versus loss cost, and then product characteristic. And then during the process, real-time inventory is needed at the distribution center to monitor available stock. So there are real-time inventory that live report interface from direct selling, traditional retail, and e-commerce. And then the function is real-time visibility, prevent stock outs and overstock, faster decision making, and then trend and demand insight.
Next is how can we manage a balance between retail success and e-commerce real-time demand. First, we establish a definition to guide our supply chain strategy, and balance doesn't necessarily need to be equal. This means that focusing solely on retail risks on missing Gen Z customers that are more digitally minded, while prioritizing e-commerce alone create volatility and supply chain imbalances. A balanced approach ensures stability of retail anchors the business, while e-commerce drives rapid expansion. The characters for the retail, it is the predictability and efficiency. It has the challenges of excess inventory and data observed. The characteristics for e-commerce is it is fast and flexible compared to the retail, and its challenges are lack of supply, high demand, false forecast, and slow delivery. We need to elevate both retail and e-commerce on unique capability. By doing this, we can balance each of them and gaining more revenue in the process. First is omnichannel fulfillment. The benefits that we can get are integrated supply chain, better information flow, and demand forecast across channel. For retailer partnerships on individual modern retail e-commerce, we can improve inventory visibility and more accurate forecast data. To expand tea plantation, we can fulfill more higher demand and smart bundling. For example, we can redirect traffic to slow-moving retail SKU and ease pressure on high-demand e-commerce SKU and convert them to the slow-moving ones. For the certainty last mile delivery, we can ensure balance for the logistics process. To ensure customer satisfaction and real-time data improvement, we can have a dynamic reallocation from raw retail to high e-commerce demand. And we can use AI-powered demand sensing and shaping. We can maintain stability and promote growth by omnichannel distribution. This is done by segmentation for the distribution center. This allows for smooth omnichannel demand model. Things to consider include diverse customer touchpoint location, delivery time, cost efficiency, and e-commerce consistency. This is based on time and location, such as standard shipping, same day, and instant distribution, and also predictability. In order to maintain a successful and balanced omnichannel, we need to ensure a customer-centric approach from the upstream through the downstream of the supply chain. This, for example, this is done by segmenting the distribution channel through predictable phase and arbitrary phase.
If you were the supply chain innovation officer, what are 3 strategic changes would you recommend? So there are 3 main strategy that we can apply simplify, centralize, and balance supply. So simplify, we streamlining the operation to reduce delay time between the process and focusing on top seller product. And for the return bottle glass, we benchmarking from the Coca-Cola. They use universal bottle, allowing interchange between the product of variants as well as the maintaining empty bottle stock on the upstream. The second suggestion is centralized. We suggest that distribution center is managed only by one gate, ensuring the availability of the product at any channel. And then balance supply. We realize that different approach for different channel and adjust it accordingly. There are slightly different properties between the traditional and modern market, especially for e-commerce and modern and Gen Z target market. We suggest omni-channel supply by allowing the cross supply between the market player.